I want to talk quickly about astrotheology and about God and about the Bible and about, just some other theologies as well, because basically, if we can go back as far back as we can date, we have gods and goddesses, and we have deities. Now, all these things are based on the moon, which used to be celebrated and thought of as a god itself. Before the moon, they celebrated the stars. They worshiped the stars, and they got gods and goddesses from the stars. As of most recently, they celebrate the sun and celebrated the sun. Now, I believe we still, in a sense, worship the sun because that's where we get the heliocentric model. The heliocentric model is from the Greek god Helios, who was the god of the sun. He's depicted holding a sphere in his hand, and he's the god of the sun. So I do think that the worship today has moved over more towards sun worship, especially because we allegedly revolve around the sun. All right, the sun allegedly does not revolve around us, even though I believe, my own belief is that the sun revolves around us. Everything revolves around us. We are the center of creation, just like it says in the Bible, right? We are the center of creation. Now, there is enough proof, I think, I mean, there's certainly a ton, that Jesus, the historical character of Jesus, was actually a real person. If you look deeper into, words and find out the etymology of words, you'll find out that, like, the word Christ, for example, is chrism, which is like the oil that you christen yourself with. It's like a lubricant. So, like, these words have meanings. So there will be a lot of people that say, oh no, that Jesus Christ wasn't a real person, he's allegorical, it's this, it's that, it's meaning, it's this. And that's fine, and you can think that, and I'm not knocking it. And there are, like, I follow people like Jordan Maxwell, who he believes that it's all allegorical, and he's more astrotheology, which is, astrotheology is basically turning, any religion into the heavens. Like, everything can be identified with the heavens. So if we're talking about the Bible and we're talking about the Son of God, who would be Jesus in the New Testament, they're actually referring to the sun, like the sun that, comes out, and in the summertime it brings life to everything, and that is the Son of God, God's Son. So it's interesting because you can break the Bible down so many ways. I mean, metaphorically, physically, where I do believe that, I mean, it seems like there's enough evidence to suggest that Jesus was a person, and that, like the Bible said, he would come down and reign 1,000 years. I think there's more evidence to prove that he's already been here 1,000 years than that there isn't. But that being said, the Bible can also be looked at from all sorts of lenses, astrotheology especially, because it can be allegorical. I don't think that that's a reason, though, to say, oh, the Bible is not legitimate because it's allegorical. Even though, and I will say this too, the Bible was written by King James. King James's men wrote the Bible. I know that many of the men that wrote the Bible, if not all of them, were free Schmasons. And I do know that free Schmasons love to embed a lot of stuff in their writings. Okay, now King James wrote the authorized version and gave us the authorized version. Authorized means that that's the version we were allowed to read. The original version of the Bible actually comes from the Dead Sea Scrolls or the Nag Hammadi manuscripts. So you can find a lot of the writings in the Bible in those even older writings that were written on stones and then found. So I do think there's tons of evidence that, Jesus is and was real, right? That he did reign here, that he was highly celebrated and highly recognized. I do also believe that the Bible, it's like it's written in the stars. It's weird, and honestly, there's still so many questions I have, and it's just interesting because it can be thought of from so many different angles, and it's just truly fascinating stuff. But again, I love talking about this stuff. This is entertainment and satire, obviously. I love everyone. I love all beliefs, and I'm not knocking any beliefs. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to piss people off. I'm here to share ideas and stories and talk about things, and I'm here to help people. I love everybody. That's what I do this for. So I love you all. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.